Hello and welcome to Always On PC. This is a brief video to give you an overview of some of the more detailed commands you can do to cut and copy and paste, open, edit, and save Office files such as a Microsoft Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, or a PowerPoint presentation. And you can copy and paste between all those apps. So let's get started here, and I'll open Always On PC and connect. Now I'm going to demonstrate first in touchscreen mode. Touchscreen mode uses similar to the native iPad interface. I tap somewhere and that's like clicking there on my PC desktop. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this folder, and this folder is actually a shortcut to a folder inside my Dropbox folder. And Dropbox is a service you can get online for free. We include a native implementation. I've already logged in and my files are synced here to this folder. When I open it and I edit a file there, it'll always be available to me within minutes. It'll synchronize and be available to me on my PC or Mac when I access it from there. So first let's open the folder and you'll see the contents. And in here I've put some demonstration files. I'll open up first PowerPoint presentation. And as you can see, let me pan to the bottom of the screen. There are two items on the taskbar. One is the PowerPoint I just opened, that's here, and the other one is the folder. So I'm going to bring that back up by tapping that icon there, and you'll see it comes into the foreground. And then I'm going to open up a spreadsheet that we'll use as an example as well, and maybe a third. We'll open a Word document to see if we can do a demonstration there as well. So let's go to the spreadsheet. Say I want to copy a chart from here or a table or maybe each into the PowerPoint. So the first thing I do is I want to tap to select it. Now I'm going to use, I can use a variety of choices to copy. I can either use the edit menu button and do copy that way, or I can tap the item and then do a two-finger tap to bring up the right-click menu. And once the right-click menu comes up, I can select cut or copy. And I can also change apps to go to the presentation. And from here I could, for example, insert a slide. If I tap there, I can now paste the contents there. I can either use again the edit button and select it there, or if I tap into the screen I can do a two-finger tap and select paste, and voila. Now to move that around I need to do a tap, tap, and drag, in which case that's like clicking and holding your mouse and dragging something around to move it. As you can see, the item is moving. So let's go back and say, and from there we can save the document, and all the changes will be synced because this happens to be in my Dropbox folder. Something else you might want to see is this Microsoft Word doc. You can see at the current time the way the doc is set up. It's currently in normal page view mode. So why don't we do this and go to the view menu. Here's an interesting trick, and put it into web layout. And what that does is causes the text to wrap. So now I can actually read it, and I can zoom it in or out using the zoom function down here at the bottom of the screen. So first I'm going to zoom my view, and then I'm going to use the actual word processing zoom feature to zoom out just a little bit. Maybe I'll zoom it out to there, and so plenty small enough to read. I can even use the tap here to accelerate it down to 100%. Now as I pan back up, three-finger tap brings the zoom to normal. That's a little small, so we can always go back up again if we want. So once we've got in a view that we can see, to edit words and to copy and select text, you want to tap, tap, and drag. And that will select text just like you would be clicking and dragging with your mouse. If I do a double tap, it'll select a word. If I do a triple tap, it'll select the entire paragraph. And from there I can also do the right-click menus. I have to right tap over the space where that is. I can cut or copy, and then I can place my cursor down where I want it. I can open the keyboard. Let's pan up to see where we are here. And then if I'd like, I can two-finger tap and paste. or I can use again the edit menu for paste. Where the cursor is shown here is where the paste will happen. So let's tap that and paste, and there it is. Another way that you can get at documents besides the Dropbox folder is you can also use the your email. So if you have an email account that you can configure with a standard email client, or if you're using Gmail, that's even easier. You can just open the browser to access it, and you can just double tap to open attachments, and I'll show you that now. So for this next part of the demonstration, I'm going to change our mode from touchscreen mode into mouse mode, and that means I'm going to tap the second most icon from the right on the control bar up here, and it will warn me I'm going into mouse mode. In mouse mode, the cursor or the arrow here moves when I touch and drag my finger around on the screen, but as you can see, the arrow is separate from where my finger is. So the action is not taken where my finger touches, but rather where the arrow is. So I'm going to open up another instance here of Firefox. And then I'm just going to open up my Gmail. And you'll notice that the arrow can be positioned exactly over the item you want to tap. So there's more precision in this mode than there is in just using the touchscreen mode. So let's open this sample file email, which there's an attachment on it that's a document that will open. And there it is down there. You can tap the download icon, the download link, and it'll ask me, what application. The word processor is the default, so I can accept. And our document is open. So that's one way to do it. We also provide an email client that's built in, and if you configure that, then you can actually do the same thing from the Thunderbird email client. For example, if you have an Outlook account or whatnot, the same mail will appear here in my inbox. There it is. I tap on that, and the message will open, and I can open the attachment in a similar way. So that concludes our demonstration of the cut, copy, paste, and opening and editing of files. And we hope that you'll visit the online tutorials here at YouTube on our YouTube channel often and get more tips and tricks. And that's all for now.